Hello, welcome in. It is I, Digabden, and today, is actually a very interesting stream because, as you can see, Average Pastry. Hello, I see you. I see you. Wait, oh my! I forgot my phone. Thing on. This isn't any particular animatic series. You see, this isn't Planet School. I know. Surprising. It's not Planet School. But that's the only animatic series that you're doing, Digabden. What do you mean it's not Planet School? You would be right. Also, the music is a bit too loud. Usually I keep it on 5, not 10. There we go. You see. Fucking I keep making my pen rise. You see, there was like one viewer. I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Luzacore, Luna, or someone else. I know it was like someone. It was someone there. I forgot who. I feel really bad. Oh, I don't even have my second monitor up. Hello, welcome in. But I mentioned talking about this kind of like Among Us based series that I kind of wanted to do at the end of like a Hollow Knight stream, and it's kind of like Planet Score is great and all, but it's like a really big series to me. One that's gonna like take a lot of time making. Like it's 2D animation as well, so every frame's gonna be drawn. But I also really wanted to like get my channel up quicker when it comes to like the animation, the storytelling, all of that. And I feel like Planet Score is actually taking a long time to make. For example, I have this, which if you haven't seen the recent video that came out this morning, morning for me, but over on my YouTube or TikTok, wherever you want to look, I showed off these character designs, which I'm kind of like working on. And it's like the redesigns of like all the Planet School characters. And someone in my comments mentioned that I forgot Mars. Poor Aiden. Poor little guy. Furs, hello. Yeah, Howlin' Dragon with the furs. But like, I'm at this stage. I haven't completed these 3 characters yet. Like I've still got yet to redesign them. I've still yet to figure out like other things, all that. Hi, Captain. Hello. But it's something. So like, as you can see on screen, you see my little character. That was made using VRoid Studio, right? And I can do 3D animation here and there. I know how to use Blender. I know how to make things look nice. I know how to do a few things here and there. Like, I'd say my experience for it, it's like, I know how to use it, but I just haven't really used it. And that's something I really want to do because Blender is an amazing tool. It's free, and I can put my VRoid characters into Blender and just do little animations. And I really like Among Us. I really do. I love space things. It's legit part of the brand. Like, Digabden isn't like the captain of like a pirate ship or just any regular military crew. No. She is the captain of a space ship. Like, usually a space crew. Like, that's the general idea. Is that when she's on her little quote-unquote missions, she's on a spaceship with her crews, aka her friends, and then she comes back to her own little planet with all the fairy bird people. Captain of your bread slaves. Yeah, quite literally. Because My little bread people, they don't really leave. I mean, sometimes they can, but they don't leave too often. And I love space things. Legit, while I was doing my bachelor's degree, I did full-time 3 years bachelor's degree starting from when I was 17, and I graduated not last year but the year before. Actually, I did graduate last year, but my last classes were 2 years ago, which is crazy to think. Like, I'm 22. No, I'm not 22. I'm 21. I'm turning 22 like next week, right? So it's like I got my degree. I'm in debt as one does. Yes. Shit. But like legit for almost every semester I would pick one class. I did 4 classes each semester and I would pick one of them and I would do the theme of space, right? So for my first design, I made a bread spaceship, which was really cool. Hello, welcome in. I remember for another assignment, it was 3D modeling an actual character, and I decided to do an actual astronaut. I don't know if I have any photos of that, but like, it was really cool. And then, well, technically I do have photos, it's just on a hard drive. And then like for my last semester or last 2 semesters, we had to do like actual illustrations, and one of my illustrations needed 3 characters, and I basically did like a Lethal Company X like spaceship kind of thing. It was meant to follow like a storyline. So what I kind of did was like, you pick your story. I picked Hansel and Gretel because like those were the stories given to us. You did Hansel and Gretel, Red Riding Hood, or like one of the other stories, like those types, and then you would draw something to it. And I picked like quote unquote space, but it kind of looked more like Lethal Company. So it was like Hansel and Gretel were like 2 little astronauts just going through like everything, while the witch was this furnace creature with a fireball inside of it. It was really cool. It's bad that my PC can't even run Roblox. Dude, what? How can you not? Depends on the game. It really depends on the game, actually, because Roblox and Minecraft tend to be the games where it's like, it just crashes. It just dies. And you'd think it would be like a little more self-maintained, but no, it's really not. It won't even run Roblox? Oh, well, maybe yeah, maybe your thing is not even joining a game. I'd say half-half. You'd need a okay laptop to run Roblox, but if you have like a really, really shit one, especially nowadays, because there's so much stuff going on with Roblox. But yeah, space. I like space. I think space is cool. I'm literally making a series called Planets Core, guys. The characters are literally based off the planets of our freaking solar system. I love space. What can I say? Space is cool. I watched that one video by Markiplier. He said space was cool. I was like, yeah, you're right. Space is really freaking cool. And then I'm like, yeah, I really like space. I'm like terrified of the idea of going up to space, thinking like everything's gonna go wrong, but like that shit would be awesome. Scary, but awesome. Anyways, so what I have done, I spoke about it in a shorts video, and I'm making this series called We Are X Crew, right? And it's basically just Among Us based sort of thing, combined with like a mini animatic series. My laptop has gotten very laggy because of having less than 20 gigabytes of space left on my computer out of 475 gigabytes. Oof. My guy, you're gonna hear the squeak of my chair, bloody hell. I would invest in USB drives. It depends, because like if you don't, it's a laptop actually. Now that I think about it, it is a laptop. It's funny you mentioned that, because like let me check my PC, right? I blame it on Genshin. Genshin's fucking huge. You're so right for that. So my PC is 1 terabyte, like terabyte big, right? But I also have 2 external hard drives. One of them is 10 terabytes, and the other one is 20 terabytes, right? For my local disk drive, which is the one that I usually do, it has 174 gigabytes free. So I've used most of it, and it usually fills up if I do like 4 streams or something. My 10 terabyte one is usually the one that has all my degapped and editing sort of thing in it. What even is in it? Yeah, you got your degapped and videos. My old videos. No, it doesn't. It's just got an empty folder. It's got a few Discord clips. Yeah, it does. I say a few, but there's a decent amount in there. There's like music making thing. There's something else that I was gonna do. There's like Premiere Pro, Overwolf, and some voice acting. Just like some okay stuff. And I have 2.3 terabytes free. So I've used like 7 terabytes already just from that. And then my freaking 20 terabyte, it has my animation. So all my little characters for like the model you see, all like 38,000. Yeah. Yeah. It's got like a copy of all my projects on it just in case something actually happens to my PC. Oh my god, Fred, thank you for the collect. It's got all the actual GT old videos, and there were a lot. There's a lot of shorts in there. Like, let me check. Let me pull up properties for it. It is over 2 terabytes just for the old GT stuff. You got the custom PNG tuber, so that's just me like copy pasting those presets from before. You got Blender stuff in there. You got more music. I think this is music from the Apple. Yeah, it's from Apple because I listen to Apple Music. My gosh, Captain, that is love. Yeah, and there's more. I've got a school backup, which only has like a few things. Scripts, which is like not much, and video games. I put my freaking video games on this one. And guess how many terabytes? Like 20 terabytes? It has 12 terabytes space free left. So I've used up 4 terabytes. It says 18 terabytes. So it went down by 2 terabytes, unfortunately, because that's like what the fucking thing does. But yeah, I have used about 6 terabytes. No, not even. 6 or 4? 4. I think 4. 4? What's 2 plus 6? 8. Yeah, no, I've used 6 terabytes. Yeah. And just for perspective, right? Most of my shorts, no, not my shorts, my streams, each one of my streams are really big. They're like really big folders. For example, our last stream, the art stream with everyone, it went for 6 hours, right? 68 million KB. What's that in gigabytes? 65 gigabytes. A normal 2-hour stream? A normal 2-hour stream is about 27 gigabytes. So my guy, if you're saving all your streams and not deleting them afterwards, I'm here to tell you that it can get a bit big. And unfortunately, those terabyte external ones, they can get really expensive. Like just a 21, I think that was like 600 bucks. But anyways, enough rambling from me. Today we're going to be working on a series that I call We Are X Crew. Originally, I won't lie to you, originally I was going to make this for an alt account just as like a really one-shotty type thing. And it was just going to be goofy. I'm still taking that idea and I'm going to use it here, just without the other stuff. I need to get a gaming PC specifically so that my games will run more smoothly for when I do streams. Definitely a PC, don't go for a laptop, because if you're looking to make an investment, just, what's the point? What's the point of making an investment if you're just gonna like sell it for something else somewhat better in the next so-and-so? PCs can last a good long time. Laptops, not so much. They'll last like 2 years before they start breaking. Oh, also, I wanted to add, I've included it so that anyone watching stream will actually have their little character showing up at the bottom, whether you're interacting or not. You don't have to respond seeing it. I just wanted to see like all the little fairy breads and different variations, and well, maybe you guys wanted to see your own little characters too. Like, why should lurkers or people who don't want to chat like have to say anything just to have their little character on screen? So I thought that was like a little fun addition. I hope you guys don't mind. I don't know if there's an option to have it removed if you didn't want the character on screen, but if that was something you wanted in the future, I'll be sure to look into it. Probably wait a bit, prices are very high right now. That is true, that is true. I did hear something went down a wee bit, like something good came down in price, but you can't be too sure. Crumble to dust after a year at best, for real. That's what they do. So yeah, today we're going to be working on something called We Are X Crew. And literally last night, I did
How
a
are
thing.
you, Gappy?
Hello, I'm good. Also, I did a text-to-speech thing. You guys can talk to me using it with some points if you wanted to. It's this. Yeah, I might bring it down just a wee bit. Just for like... It'll make really funny clips with the text-to-speech. I like to think. But yeah. Hey, Captain, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Vanish command that makes the bread disappear like an endgame. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Okay, let me make the volume maybe like 75%. Alright, that's saved. I'll keep it up just in case. But yeah, we are X Crew. Basically, there's 20 characters. 19 of them are actual characters you'll be seeing on screen, while the other one's like kind of like a narrator. Like, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna play the narrator. It'll be goofy because it's like, have you ever watched a comic dub series or like just any comic dub? That's kind of the vibe I want to go with it, where it's like gonna be a wee bit choppy and just like very one-shotty with how it is. Like, if you don't know fan fiction, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, but when I say one-shot, it's like a single chapter has its own little story, and then the next chapter it's something completely different, but it's still like the same thing. So the idea here is We Are X Crew is kind of like a simulation where viewers, quote unquote viewers, aka like a Tumblr comment, literally that. The idea I have in mind is that it will start out with a prompt, right? So the first scene will be like the computer, which I'm gonna play as, you know, welcome to the simulation. I'll give it like a more robotic voice to it. But on the first screen, it's going to give like a prompt. And this prompt will be given by viewers, like actual people watching the series. They can ask questions down below, and like they can be used as like inspiration for what future scripts will be. And then it will turn into what that situation will look like. Oh my god, my brother just screamed. So then it will turn into actual scenes where you will have your characters, depending on what the prompts are, interacting and doing said prompt. So it's kind of like, yeah, when people ask Tumblr questions and then sometimes people make like those little mini comics out of it, that's what it's gonna be. And then it's gonna be like for about 5 to 10 minutes each episode. Just because, like, yeah. Oh, I didn't even write episode wrong. I wrote it wrong. And the idea is that like each episode is gonna be different and just its own little thing. Eventually there will be a little more lore and character development, but it's not gonna be like all that big. Like, I wouldn't say it's gonna be all that big, but who knows, maybe I might just like actually lock in and do something. But hey, you never know. Single chapter short story, yes. Yeah, quite literally. So it's like, I don't know how many episodes there will be. Who knows, maybe there could be 50, there could be more. I think it'd be really fun, but there's going to be a lot of characters. And so today we're actually going to be drawing some character designs, because I'm going to take these characters into Vroid Studio, legit just make their little outfits, because you're not really going to be seeing their heads. If I want to give them heads and whatnot, I'll give them heads, but like, you'll see them in there. And then when it comes to production, I'm going to put them into Blender. And that's where the actual scenes will be made, with the actual Vroid models. And yeah, I'll just take screenshots of it, because it's going to be an animatic series, not an animation. Animation is where like it's smooth. It's usually like 24 frames per second type of smooth, whereas animatic can be anything like that. It can be like maybe 1 frame per second. Animatic's more like for simpler budgets. But yeah, I'm not planning to do full animation. Like, I'll fix up anything choppy, but I'll go from there. But today, we're focusing on this part, where we're actually making what they look like. And my only problem with it is that I can't make it too complex, because Vroid does have its own issues. I put in the Discord the picture showing why I need to get my laptop fixed. I swear to god, if it's like broken and shit, like, imagine it's all smashed up and it's like, yeah, my laptop kind of looks like this. Like, it's pretty normal. Oh my god, that is pretty bad. Can you click it back into place? It's not that bad. Don't say it's not that bad. That is... Does your screen work? Look at movies such as Gnome Alone versus Wallace and Gromit and Coraline, for example. Yes! Oh my god, I used to watch Wallace and Gromit, the one where they go to space. Gromit, wait. Yeah, Gromit, we forgot the crackers. It was a great episode. We watched that on VHS. Okay, do you know how old I feel having to say that? VHS. I'm sure it's somewhere. We had like the little box TV. This was specifically at my dad's like grandparents' house. Like they were very old. Unfortunately, my puppy died, I believe, a year or two ago. And I'm actually gonna be seeing my lovely grandmother on my father's side this Saturday, because that's when it was. Rip. But yeah, their little VHS. They were very old. I think my nan right now is like 88. Pop was like decently old. Oh my god. Hi Tiff. I was just talking about my dead Pop. Welcome in. Welcome Raiders. Hello. Today we're doing more art stream stuff. I'm making astronaut characters. But yes, welcome in. How's your stream? Oh yeah, it's crazy. Oh yeah, the shout out. Wait, I wonder, did I make that command? Wait. We're gonna find out if I made this command or not. It's gonna be epic if I did. Let's find out. Yay! Oh, you were also doing art? Yay. Oh my god, look at you. You became a big fairy bread. Yeah. Oh, and if you want to change what fairy bread you look like, you can do !avatars. And it will give you a list of what ones you can change to. The only bad thing is I can't even try to close my laptop or I'll probably fully break my computer. Oof. That no good. Yay! I might need to shorten those names because like... You know what? No, it's for another time. It's for another time. Anyways. We are X crew. So, for the series, I have 19 colors for the characters, and I think the general premise is I want to keep all their suits more or less the same, but I'm not sure if I want to add, like, the accessories that I kind of had in mind for each of them. Like, for example, let me pull up one of the characters. Yeah, sure, we'll do purple. Can I copy and paste this? Copy image? Can I paste it in here? Yeah, I can. So as you can see, this is purple. This is what I had for purple, as an example. I think ideally it would be the hat that I would keep and not the actual clothes itself. Because why would you have clothes on top of your suit? In a more detailed way. But like maybe the hat, we'll see. It really depends on how much effort I want to be putting into it. But it also could make for some nice silhouettes. We'll see. I think the hinges might also be might. My guy. Now, how does one put the decision? Oh, it's avatars, and then you write, yeah, just like that. You write out the one that you want. And then it should just change on screen. Yeah, there it is. So you have little eyelashes now. Look at you. It's the phone. Yay. You know what? Be free! Fly! We'll see fun again. Don't worry, don't worry. Alright. Oh, and additionally, on the actual channel itself, you can press onto the little Streamlabs button that's on somewhere in the stream chat or like in my buttons section, and then it should eventually come up with it. Waiting for your avatar. Yeah, that sort of thing. But anyways, I'm not too sure about hat accessories for the characters, because, like, they all kind of have hats. But, the clothes will more or less be the same, just different colors. What is crazy that there's an Among Us outfit that is Paimon. I remember that, yeah! Also, oh my god! The little fairy bread! Why do I have 2,000 points? I don't need 2,000 points. You can buy things. Okay, I can now only just see the lashes. Yeah, they're tiny. It's the lashes and the eyes themselves. Like when they blink, you see like this gold hue over it. But I suppose it depends. On laptop, I see it just fine. On phone, it's not much of a difference. Anyways, today we're gonna draw. Alright, how do I want to do this? Apologies if I sound a bit weird as I look away. There we go. Oh my god, they're chocolate sprinkles! Okay, so ideally, we're just gonna sketch out like a person. So for the series, how I have it is there is 19 people in total, so 19 characters. You have 3,000. You have 3,000 points? Wait, fairy bread points or like the gold for the stream avatars? Because if we're talking fairy bread points, I technically have infinity. Because, you know, I'm the streamer. I'm gonna just do like any body shape. It'll be fine. She'll be alright. And then fairy bread points. Ah, I see, I see. That's pretty good, that's pretty good. So we're gonna do this, knees. Actually, I'll put knees in the middle. Bunch out the legs maybe a bit. Yes. I have 500 gold. Yeah. The gold. And then we've got arms, which can like stick out a bit. Belly button's gonna be about there, so then got this. Hands. So that's kind of more or less what we're going for when it comes to human silhouettes. Hello! Welcome in! You're winning unidentified at least. Truly, truly. And it's rank 1 out of 0 on the... What? Stream Elements? What are you on about? Stream Elements? Don't listen to Stream Elements. Stream Elements is crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. Anyways, I'm gonna take this character. I'm actually gonna flip him. Flip. And then I'm going to line him back up. Yeah, good enough. Okay, maybe I'll just cut him in half. I like this side. This side's pretty good. So we're gonna get rid of this side. Can I? Yeah, I can. Cool. So, it's because of the leg. The leg's good. We're gonna do that. Cut him in half. Flip him. And then we're gonna attach it like that. There, see? See how the legs are a bit spread apart? Now, as someone with a degree, I was taught that when you're making your character sheets, which we're not really going to do today, we're just going to do a bunch of silhouettes and iterations, you will need to do a lot of stuff. They locked me in a room, a rubber room with the rats. Stream Elements is on something truly, truly. Streamlabs, we know what Streamlabs is up to, but Stream Elements, we don't know. We just don't know. What was I trying to do here? Oh yes, fix up the legs. Okay, so more or less, this is what we're going for. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. That was really loud. You heard the gulp. Oh well. Anyways, so we kind of got like a more or less a character that we're going for. I'm just gonna just refine it a wee bit more. So we're gonna go for the head. Since there's a circle there, we go about here. This is where the eyebrows will be. Nose will be here. Mouth will be here. And then eyes will just be here somewhere. But we won't really have eyes. That's just how it is. Then we got shoulders. The little pudge of the arm. I think it's more there. Yeah. Because sometimes the chest just pokes out. That looks scary. Why? Because it's eye sockets. Because later on, people, when they draw the actual thing, is they'll do the eyebrows. Eyebrows will be here. You have your nose here. And then you actually cut the eye. And then you'll just give them... Okay, no, that's creepy. And then you get rid of it, and it looks like this. This is how I do more or less lined up faces. Because I can't do those types of faces where it's like you do your whole line and then this and then this. But then people be putting like the eyes here on the line. Which in some cases it works, but you'd need a really long face for that. And it's like, you've got this space, but then you've got all of this. And it kind of looks like an above angle for the hair. Which, if you're doing it like that, it works. But you gotta understand that when you've got a face, you'd want the eyes in the middle. And more or less, that's the forehead, right? And then your eyes, technically speaking, the head could be longer, but like, this is genuinely the spot. I think my issue with it is that the eyes are too high up. If I was looking for a more correct thing, I would bring the eyes up about there. And then at the corners, I would go like this. And then I'd move it down. And it's almost there. What are you drawing yourself? I'm trying to... I'm trying to make it not look so scary. Because apparently it looks scary. I think the mouth is too low as well. But like, this isn't what we're focusing on today. We're gotta be focusing on some other stuff. So this. Eye sockets, body, then we've got hips. It's gonna be a very female build because like I'm terrible when it comes to drawing guys. Well, more or less. Maybe I can make it more gender neutral. Who knows? Then we got the thigh, this part of the thigh, knee. This part of the ankle's above that one. Foot. Something like that. I've got Cookie who wants one. Me. I want a cookie. Please. We love cookies. And then we've got the arm. Kind of botches out. And then we got thumb. Cookies! Actually, I'm gonna do this hand instead, because then I can... Oh, rip ads. There we go. So then we got the hands. And then I'm just gonna cut everything off, just like... I don't need to, but I just will. As like... a reference. Go cut off here. 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 There. Technically there. Face doesn't really need it too much, because, you know, it's just how it is. I think there's gonna be a cutoff point right here on the leg. Or it's like... it's there. There we go. Legs are interesting. Legs are very interesting. BRB getting noms, good idea. I will share cookies as soon as I escape these ads. Read. And then fingers. And then they're fine to look like that. So we've made more a very robotic looking character right now. This would probably be where the chest aligns. Yeah, alignment for the chest. Here we go. So, that actually doesn't look that bad. That looks like nifty as hell. Knees, pretty simple. I probably should have drawn more anatomy because like I'm terrible when it comes to like the muscles of an actual person. Like for example, Kai here is meant to I just realized I forgot he's meant to have a tattoo on his leg, but also he has a mechanical arm, and you can see I was like I had so many like iterations right here. Like you don't see it here, but like I had to go through it a few times. I was like looking on Pinterest looking for like what to do. But yeah. Also Letty looks fine as hell. I might need to fix his hair. But I've never really drawn a character with dreads before, so new learning experience. Should be fun. Should be fun. I think the only thing I can fix up now is like the feet. Feet. Yeah, that's fine. I still got a slick 10 seconds. Rip. Alright. Yeah, that's more or less the base for like a person. Okay, cookies for everyone. Yay! Cookies! And a quack. So then from here, what we want to do is I'm going to, you know what, I'm actually going to copy this, but I'm going to then just chuck it on a new thing. And then I'm going to put these two together on the same, in the same folder. So then from here, I can actually move this up just a wee bit. I might actually make it smaller. That. And then with our character, I'll make it a wee bit smaller too. So with this character, what we can do with this folder, we're going to move them here along this line. And then we're going to actually copy paste the folder itself. And we'll probably do it like twice in total, because there won't be enough room for the rest. And this will be our base for what we want. But I'm actually gonna go back a step because we've more or less skipped a step when it comes to making professional characters. Apparently, this is what I did in uni. You make your silhouette, so like, can I just take that character? I don't want to redraw them all over again, so I'm just gonna, oh shit. Just gonna copy, make them smaller. And then I'm going to fill them in. So you got your fingers. Actually, I can use this tool. There you go. Oh. And then just, there we go. So, we got our character all filled in. What we then do is we copy, paste. This is, I don't know what it's called again, I forgot. It's called like, fuck you. It's called like silhouette drawings. Okay, not okay. We're going to merge selected, and then we're going to duplicate. Going to bring these ones down, just a bit. I'm going to then merge those, and then I'm going to do it again. Mitosis. Yeah, legit! Not delete. Oh wait, I didn't press delete. Cool. And then we're going to duplicate. One more time. Yeah, that works. So, we got all these characters. I'm going to delete the ruler. Usually what happens at this stage is you've got the characters, you size them down or like just enough to draw over them, and then you just start doing silhouettes. Quite literally. So maybe for one of the characters I want them to have like a very big head like that, and it like connects to the actual suit. So it'll be like that. Do the hand. Yes. But anyways, my brother had a question for me. More like a statement. So then we take this. We start like filling it all in. We've got like the legs, and then I'll have boots. It's a bit hard to like do proper silhouette drawings when it comes to Fucking hell, I did not mean to grab it. When it comes to, like, such a simple-ish design. But sometimes you need it. And it also just shows, like, how blocky you want something, how not so blocky you want something, that sort of thing. Hello, welcome in. So we got thumbs. So maybe I want something like that, right? Maybe not so, like, more blocky, more blocky. We don't necessarily need to have... Yeah, it's got fucking duck feet. Or maybe we want one where it's... I'm actually gonna copy paste that and just move it over to this one. Or maybe we want something like that, but then we actually connect the helmet to the actual suit. That doesn't look so bad. Mind you, this is without the jacket or like the bag on the back, so that's what we're doing here. Or what else could I do, technically speaking? Because it really just comes down to like shapes and whatnot. Let me check my references, because references are important. Let's see. Someone's done a thing where it's like, if I copy this over, they've got this, but then what they do is they kind of like remove some of that shoulder section, and it's like normal shoulders, but then it's like an actual neck part. Wait, no, it's the other way around. There it is. So it kind of like looks like that, and then it's like this. Something like that. And it also allows for more circular motion. So like something like this. Like an actual neck. Kind of. It really just comes down to what's being shown. Like it sticks out like that. That's a possibility. It would allow for more rotation of the head too. Which would be good, which would be very good. And there's also the idea of, actually, let me copy paste that one. I'm gonna copy paste. I've got another reference, which actually might be more ideal, where it's kind of like a slight neck. So you got this, you got your neck, and then you got your circle for the helmet, but it's like a bit of a thing. So you'd like bring up this part maybe, so you can kind of see like where it connects. It's really hard to tell with like just this right now, but there's options. There's options. Most of the references I've got have like this sort of design where it's like the head rotates with it as well. But depends on how I want to go about it, because it's going to be a 3D model. You'd want it so it's like, you'd want to be thinking about like the head kind of separate from the thing in a way, if that makes sense. Because like when you're drawing something, you can draw it however you want. You can like fix up any problems that's there. But when you have an actual 3D model, it's like, let me see if I can draw it out. You've got your head, right? And you've got like this part of it, and you've got like this, and then your shoulders and all that. With a normal drawing, let's say you want to make the head like look up, all you'd have to do is just move the glass, right? But then when it comes to 3D, since you're moving the head, you're moving all of this as well. And then it looks like this. And then you'd see like the under areas, and it wouldn't look nice. So I think that's mainly going to be things I'd need to keep in mind with my characters. So for me personally, I'd want to be looking at something like this or this, since these two allow for separation from the neck and head Whereas this could allow it. This one right here could allow it, but you'd need like it really depends, because like you'd be connecting the things, you'd be connecting all of it. Yeah, no, I think I figured it out. It just depends, because like especially for a very choppy series, I think that's like the idea that I'm going with, so I'll go for something along these lines. I'll do more iterations when I get to it, but for now that I know that, I'm able to go to these designs now and have a better idea of what I want to do. So then I'm actually just going to chuck all these into here. Why not? Why not? So we're going to go to our first one. We're going to start drawing. But first and foremost, I do want to bring these down just a wee bit. So, how am I so late? It's only been like 45 minutes. It's not late. Now, I have a few ideas I could do with this. I might want to go for a very cartoony, like really big head. And then depending on how big the glass I want, it could be something there. Like for some of my reference, they've got it like really big where it's like this is the glass. And it kind of like looks like a massive eyeball, which is cool. And then there's also one where it's like this, which could also be very cool. It would be interesting, but I'll get to that soon. I think I more just want to like figure out the what's it called? How I want to go about it. So, additionally, we'd want to be separating the head from the neck, because Vroid does not really allow for combination of the two, unfortunately. Like, there's a bodysuit option that you can have for your character, but it's only for the body. Like, all these have UVs, but then the head's just its own separate thing. So, with that in mind, we'd want to make a character that, has their head connected from the neck. And so we can move the neck and still have, like, this area still textured, so then we still see everything moving. It also would imply some very creative other stuff. But yeah, that should be it should be okay. We'll get around to it, hopefully. We shall see. So some options that I'm thinking for the suit is that it's really pudgy, but still has shape to it, so you can kind of tell like what's kind of underneath, whether it's like a guy or a girl or whatnot, which would allow for like fantastical designs. I don't know if that's a fucking word or not. But it would mean like, oh, we're looking at this one character and they are obviously female because they have boobs, and then other ones you just don't really see as much. We'll get around to it. We'll get around. So, and then there'll be ones that actually state out like the anatomy, like kind of what I've got down here with all these lines. Because it's kind of like where the stress of like some outfits are, but who knows, who knows. Could go like this. All really comes down to style. They're not robotic pieces, like it's going to be actual fabric, so that's something to keep in mind. And we're not basing it off entirely Among Us, it's just gonna be something. Back with noms, yay, the food. Can even do the whole line thing, like what you see on my character. Because what this allows for is dimension. So for example, when it's a girl, or like someone with like a bit of a chest, you can like added there to imply that it's being bent. Was this the point? No, that's not the point. Here's the point. And then... Okay, time to get sleep. Yes, get your sleep. And enjoy it. Good night, Captain. Good night. Rest well. Maybe we want... I think for this, it's gonna look like an animatronic in a way. Where it's like, everything's puffed out until it comes to those, like, other parts. Like this. There we go. Get 8 hours. That's a good idea. Are the suits planned to be skin tight or poofy like actual ones? It depends, because we're gonna try iterating a few types. But since it is like ideally, I'd kind of want there to be some shape, so like you can kind of see body shapes underneath in a way where it's like, oh, you can tell if like someone's on the bigger side or maybe the smaller side. Just because like I don't want them all to be like repeated after each other. Because like you can do a lot when it comes to 3D models. You can have them super detailed if you want, but I'm not going for extreme detail where there'll be like shading and stuff in it. I'll probably just do flat flat colors, but just have like shape to it in some areas. Ah yes, cupping fit from itchy throat when trying to eat my food. No. Most of them will have some thickness, I'd assume. Like this would be like a super detailed sort of one. Where it's like gonna show all of it off. But honestly, less can be more, depending on what you do. Like it's giving very animatronic-y, and I don't think that's gonna be possible when I get down to it. It is possible, yes, but that's better. that right there, that better. And I'll probably include like other things, like the whole chest thing that some of them have. We'll see. That'll probably be another bodysuit in itself. And then... Yeah, thank you for following. Like we can cut areas off if we wanted to. Like here. Emphasize shapes. Maybe there, because then it's like halfway. Thinking maybe for here. That could work. Actually, I'll do that on a different design. Ooh, I could do that. That works. So then we'd have our leg. And then here's where we could go a little interesting and add like an actual boot or something. Where it's like connected. So it's like... Then include that. And the cool thing about it is that once we have like our iterated designs, we can also like pick and choose what we want. Because as you can see here, these this little fold section doesn't really match with the entire suit itself, with how like superficial it is. But like, I'll probably include it into something else just so this can like have its own looks, really. Oh my god, intense music, hello. Something like that. Oh, and I could even like go the extra mile and have it cutting down. That could be cool. Twitch, stop changing the stream quality, for real. What is with this music? Hello. It's Genshin. We're not doing Genshin right now. We'll do Phoenix Wright instead. So yeah, this is a really detailed looking one. But it's got like more or less an idea to it. However, personally, I probably wouldn't go with something like this. Especially since like there's a lot going on. If I were to go with it, I would do something like this, where I make the inside bits a lower opacity, so it's like less distracting. And you can still like see the shape of everything. And it's just like, it's just details. That's all it really is. Mysterio? Huh? Yeah, so like areas like here, of course, like the boots can be unhidden. Maybe like the knees can have their own little sections. The legs can, you know, have their areas. Hands there. Here. Like they'd all have their little bits and pieces. But then some pieces just wouldn't be, you know, as vibrant. From Marvel, he has that little glass bowl on his head as a main part of his design. Okay. I don't play the game, unfortunately, but honestly, I'm not surprised. Marvel would do that. Oh wait, you might be talking about like the actual... You said Marvel, not fucking Marvel Rivals. My bad. My brain just automatically thought of Marvel Rivals and maybe not like the idea of, oh wait, you could just be talking about the actual comics. It's like the whole Fortnite shit. It's like, like someone goes up to him and it's like, yo, have you seen The Simpsons? And the kid will be like, from Fortnite? From Fortnite? K-pop Demon Hunters from Fortnite? Oh my god. Fucking, who else is in Fortnite? Oh shit, the freaking, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Fortnite? I forgot. Hatsune Miku from yeah, that! Legit! That's like, that's all I see from it. So we got this big ol' head, and with it, I'm thinking I'm gonna grab like here. And then add like a little section down here for like talking. What is this music? I'm just gonna skip it. Oh, more Genshin Impact? Yippee. That kind of looks like a smile now that I look at it. It's a little smile. So I can probably do like dots instead. But that's also like, it looks like braces. I need to cosplay Kasane Teto? I don't know how to say the name. I can actually... Ooh, wait. Give it dimension like this, but then afterwards, something like that. Or even on the side, like something like this. That could be cool, but then why would I do that? What's the reason for that? I would need a good reason to be doing that. And there really isn't a good reason now that I'm looking at it. So then really I could be putting like panels on the side. But like that's just a lot going on there. Or I could like thin out this section. Just make it like that. If I can find a baguette, real or plush, then bet. I was gonna say I have a bread blanket, but I have a tortilla. Also, your reference, Gappy? Oh! Kasane. Teto. Okay. Teto. I just read it like Kasane. Kasan. Kasoon. I'm a little guy! And then additionally, from here, we can have the little... What kind of hats do they have in Among Us? I don't know. Let me just pick a random character. Nope, I've already picked you before. Something simple, preferably. Let me look through them. That's okay, that's okay. I mean, I technically could. Here we go. Why is it not working? Oh, because it's going like that. Okay. So something like... Technically speaking, can still have their little guys. And that doesn't look all that bad, but there is a lot going on here. As expected of Auntie to mispronounce names in her ancient age. I do that. In my ancient age of 21. Almost 22. Anyways, moving on to the next design sort of thing. For this one, I kind of want to make it more poofy. Less shaped. Because, like, the arms are more tight here. But it's like, why? Why would that be? So I'm actually just going to start with the body. It also means if I have like a tighter thing for the character, it's going to be less problem, because like who knows, maybe the clipping will just happen and I'll be like, okay, cool. I don't need to worry about that. Maybe I want like there. The only problem with this one, it makes it like extra blocky. Not that it's necessarily bad, it's just blocky. Sounds like a wrestler name. For real. So then we got that. Then we'll have like the neck part, which could be more like this. Neck underneath. So then we will have like a neck area. And then the actual head itself will be separate. Just checking the... Wow. Fern Banham. No, I'm joking. I mean, you're mean to... How could you? Young people nowadays just don't have any respect. They don't understand. Miserably sits in corner. Ouch. Yeah, us... Ooh. how could this possibly be possible? Someone using our age against us. Whatever shall we do? Alright. Here's more or less the body for this one. And it looks like a jumpsuit. But we are actually going to experiment with what the mask could look like. So I'm thinking something a bit bigger down at the bottom. And then it's giving Ned Kelly. Oh my god. Wait. If you don't know Ned Kelly, Australian stuff. Oh my god, wait, I could go for like an alienish design. That's a bit too small. It's cute, but not what I'm looking for. So let me look at my other references. It's a lot of circular stuff. It's either my references are either the ones where it's like the head is like connected to the neck, or it's something else completely. But actually, this one might work. So we kind of like bring it down. Yeah, we'll go like this. Okay, now that's giving Darth Vader. Okay, maybe we do the circle. We do the actual circle. No, that's too much of a circle. So we do the circle, but then what it's got is like at this point, it kind of like blotches in. And it looks like this. I might bring that down a bit more. Because like it is pretty tall. And then I am going to free transform. Wait, no, I don't need a free transform. I can just grab my smudge. And then move these sides in. So then it looks more like that. And then what they've got is they've got like a sharp edge at the top. And then it rounds down. Like that. Or kind of. It's like, yeah, you've got like this where it's kind of curved and then kind of curved here, but then it's like really, yeah, it's like that, which isn't so bad. That looks okay. And then when I take it off, it looks like this. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm looking at it. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Oh, okay. I need to give it like something more. Oh wait, this is actually a really good reference because it uses more of that neck and it makes the neck go up more. So like, I like that a lot. I'm actually going to use that. So it does something like that, but then it also like curls down, makes its own little area. And then from there, it's like all the other stuff. So like this. I actually really like this design that this person's done, so I'm going to more or less copy it. Speaking of which, I might as well show you said design, because it'd be pretty good. Copy image. Paste. It's this one. So like, I like how, okay, clearly I think this one, the one I have currently, might have been stolen, because this doesn't really look like it belongs. Yeah, no, it's got actual shading on it, whereas everything else is like flat colors. So that's really funny. But like, it's also really pudgy, but it gives like some shape. It's really good. So like the head, I really liked. The neck was what I was looking at. And it's like, you can see like really simply, like you got the straps. These would probably be like connected to the actual bag on the back. And I think that'd be really cool. I think that'd be really cool actually. And then they've also got like whatever the fuck this thing is, which is probably just something you see on your astronaut people. But it's like more pudgy. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. I like it. I like it. I think I do like how that looks. It actually gives like form as well, like what you got over here. But then allows for those other things. So I'm just gonna keep going with this one. And then afterwards, I'll do another one and then start like combining the parts I like. 'Cause, yeah. But I think that will be one of my main references, hopefully. And we've yet to actually put on like the jacket or any other extra stuff, so there's that too. Though I do want to see like some boot designs. Eh. Choices. Okay, let's pull this back up. We're gonna give it more astronaut looks. So we got here. We've got pockets. That just looks like bread. They have like less of this one suit kind of thing that I've done here and more of like actual pants. So you got that. You do have like your chest thing. Yeah, let me... And it's got like your air that goes underneath. Then there's also more lines. So line there. Then you'd have these. Those pockets would carry a single cookie at best. Shit, you right. We'll make them bigger. They have like... Oh no, not this one. Not this one. I don't even know if this is a song version. We'll do Alien Invasion. No, we're moving on. Earthbound? No. No. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is great. This is all good and dandy. Yeah, there's that. I'm gonna leave that at that because I've just found another reference that I kind of like, and this one actually utilizes the use of gloves and actual proper like boots. So I think I want to do that, where they kind of have gloves as well. I just spat onto my... No! So we're going to do gloves. And I'm just gonna block the thing off like this. Make it a bit easier for me. And the gloves have their own, like, technology on them, so that could be cool. And then boots could be... Let me check those. That one doesn't have boots. Those do have boots. Some of them are cool. Some of them have, like, the actual, like, tuck-in type thing, so... I'm pretty sure, like, there are some features of Vroid which would allow for there to be said tuck-ins, but we shall see. I think one of the boots I saw is this kind, where it's like, it kind of goes like that. And then... Yeah, it looks okay. Could do like... Need to make it come down more. I like the souls. The souls are good. But also, they have like this. Never done shoes like that before. I think I'll keep it separate. That could be cool. A lot of these guys don't actually have crotch sections, they kind of just like rolls around. Don't know how we're gonna really, like, who knows, that might just change for us, but that's not bad. That ain't bad. And then we can do more of that. Oh. No. I think it's the next one. No, it didn't even happen. It did. How old does the references look? All sorts of refs. Oop, I did not mean to zoom in. It does have the tucking in thing, so it could work. But then it's also got like the neck that's kind of connected without an actual neck section, so still could work. So we got this. Kind of like that. And then I would just like... No. Wait. No. These weird little shapes. Actually, I can just make it about there. Kind of looks like a diamond. It'd be a bit goofy like that, but it is what it is. I might actually make the chin of it like that, and then smooth out this. And then we're going to pull it in. Kind of like that. That could work. You know, like juts down like that. Should I include eyebrows? Honestly, it could work, depending on how I go about it. If I went for like one that looked like this and then included eyebrows, cause like, like imagine that. It would include like a lot of extra stuff. So I can always just do like stuff on screen for like omitting types of emotions. That sort of thing. Could work. Not bad, not bad. So it'd be like something like that. Maybe a little more here. Maybe pulling out the mask more. Yeah, that works. Doesn't have to be all that budgy. But then with all of these, what I can do is I just open up a new thing, grab our color again from before, trying to avoid that extra bit. And then we actually get a look of how it might look as a silhouette. What was I doing there? Yes. So like without the thing, there will be more stuff to it, but like just as a silhouette, we can see the folds. Like we can make out what each part kind of is. We can... Oh, shit. Refer to other layers. What? Yeah, check that over. So like... This one's very simple. This one right here is very simple. This one I'm liking the shape of, especially like with the side of the head thing, because it kind of looks like ears, but like it's also not. But at the same time, that might also get in the way of the other parts of the silhouette, but I do like the shape even without it. This neck just looks really weird. Like, it'd be really weird. This one's giving like underwater. So I think what I can do now is I can take this one, but then include more to it. So like include or take away. So for me, I'm gonna take away this because that just looks a bit weird. I might actually make it longer here instead of the shorter. And then when it hits this point, it's like its own kind of thing. I might get rid of this line as well, don't really need it. It also allows for like the thing to be stretchy, and I do really like that reference from before with the whole buckle at the waist. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make it so that they all have like a buckle at the waist. And then they also have like the actual buckle itself. Like, look at that so far. That's giving actual thing to it. I think it needs to be a bit... It needs to be like down here. There. Yeah. And it's like some shape to it. Actually, probably bring it over here more. Because you'd think it'd be kind of curling around a bit. Oh yeah, there's that spot. Didn't even see it. And then we could have like buckles on the actual thing. Or like it's proper buckles. Wait, we're figuring it out. So we got this, we got this. So there we got our buckles. So then they can like unbuckle it from said spot as well. And then we can also include like little hoop things so that when you have those like characters with like certain jobs that need hoops, they can just use them. So like technician might want to clip something onto there. I do like the arms. The arms are simple. They're good as is. Bathroom janitor. We actually do have a character who is a janitor, so the more you know. That do be looking good. I'm thinking like more, just so it's not entirely like being tucked in, because it is meant to be like a spacesuit. So we'd want it to kind of have the glove sections, but then also another section for where it is going into. So that's the actual thing it is. And then, since it's clothing, it would have that. Probably like doing the fingers their own separate. Maybe? Maybe. I don't know. Like that looks okay as is. We need to turn it around a few times and check from there. I want to change this. There we go. And then where is the... there. Kind of gives a bit of a distraught look, so I'm thinking... yeah, there we go. And then, additionally, you know what, I can actually copy this layer and then just delete it, and then I can... How big? Okay, so they don't usually... people don't usually make these parts all that big. Just like something on the back. Okay, that's not even correct. There we go. Probably like smoothing out the edges a bit more, but... Oop. You were meant to change over. There we go. If I wanted to, I could even like include extra bits and pieces. Or I can get this up. Maybe I want that specifically on the suit. go a bit underneath just to show that it's like a 3D-ish object. Do any other people also include a thing on the front? Some people do, some people do. Yeah, because that's like their oxygen thing, and it connects to that little suit section. Hmm. Hell, sometimes even that front part is the thing that's also connected with the thing. So I might just do that, actually. Like this Kunal, I might just include like its own separate belt in that instance. Because that could be cool. And then just some differences in it. Mm. I just realized what that was connected to. My bad. Could work, could work. Just merge these two down. It's okay to be working on the same layer. In that case, I can actually make this smaller and like less of a noticeable thing. Because you want it on your back, you still want to be able to like move around. So kind of like there. Adds rip. And then it just means I don't have to include like extra wiring stuff for it to quote unquote look like it makes sense. Hmm. There is like a belt on some of them. Belts could be good. Might check this over here. Oop, I forgot to erase that part. It just seems a bit thin. Extra bit of changes to it. I do like the whole line thing though. So I think I'll keep that. And then it's like, you've got the thing there as well. We've got the next section for it as well. And then it's just gonna be like, here is where it will be to. Yeah. That looks cool. So then we have our backpack, our little character. And they still kind of look interesting. I think the only problem is like it's very upper body with how it's appearing so far. But it ain't all that bad. Maybe what I can do, I think I know the reason why. It's just because it's not actually like this. And it should be more that. Yeah, that would be better. So get rid of all of that. I'm just gonna get rid of all of this entirely. And I'm going to go over these lines. There we go. And it also allows me to give shape. Teehee teehee. Might put the class up there. There doesn't necessarily need to be class. Just makes things cool. That looks pretty good. That does look like it's coming together. I think some pockets are needed though, so... Just, I keep forgetting about the other side as well. Every time. And then I'm thinking maybe like a little mini pocket. That could be cool. That could be very cool. So there, now we've actually got like a bit of a detail on like top and bottom. And I think what I want to do is like, since I've got the lining on the arms and like the hands there, I think I kind of want it on the shoes as well. Like you'll see this more from like a side view, but like as an idea, this is just what it's gonna look like. Ooh, I can also, wait a minute. Like that. That could be cool. That could be very cool. And then they'll have the line. Yes. I see. Additionally, I might just make this... Might put this down and then start making it a bit longer. Thank you for that quack. And welcome in. That way. Oh my god, I forgot the other side. Hydrate and posture check. Thank you. I was looking like a gremlin. I love water. Oh my god, I'm like cracking all over the place. Yippee! And then that could be something. That could be cool. Sometimes they have like patches on their arms. Another pocket! Nah, we won't do that. You're welcome, Captain, and no shrimp posture. Oh, but shrimp! My shrimp! Shame. Not the shrimp posture. That could be cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna draw these bits in. I know it's on like those, but I can just erase it and hopefully not have to touch it again. There you go. But that one could be a bit bigger. And be fine. Wait, no, I will actually remove that bit. And these. Just because, like, it isn't actually... It looks like a mini... It looks like a mini Among Us. Wait. Oh my god, wait, that's actually perfect. That's cute. That's really cute, actually. That is adorable. We'll still add, like, the details that we were adding before. But now we have shapes. There we go. And then this could be, like, where they have their name. So, for example, you have red. That could be cool. And it could be, like, different fonts, too, if I wanted, but... Additionally, do I want to, like, make the shoes a little fancy? Nah. There we go. Okay. I think I do want to bring out the shape of it more, and then maybe down more. No. Here. Yes. Beautiful. Yay! So, that's more or less the design we're gonna go for. I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to delete these two and take this and chuck it here. Then we're also going to make the back view of it, just because I want to make sure it's incorporating the other things to it. So how that's going to look is I'm going to duplicate this one again, put this one on a low opacity so I can kind of see it, and then I'm actually going to chuck this like that. I'm not going to need those. So, with this new one, we're going to go like this. So we'll have the backpack. Make it maybe like that. We'll have the head. These buttons will probably transfer over to the other side. Nah, that's gonna be its own difficulty in itself. I can technically just... You know what? Why am I doing it on a new layer? I can just... I can do this. Then I can fix up the lines afterwards. Get rid of the head. You know what? I'm gonna keep that there, because, like, it's kind of like the line. But I will actually get rid of the one at the back. This doesn't need any of that. pockets are all on the front. So we're just going to be getting rid of this section. There's a motorcycle. Your butt. And then this is basically just going to be like the heel. You failed. I'm too locked in to get scared right now. Thank you for the scare though. Oh, another posture check, but no shrimp. Shame. But shrimp. Alright, we get rid of all this. Dang, for real. Then we got like the ankle bit. Honestly, that could be cool. Thinking maybe like bringing it up would be cool as well. Thank you for the quack. That could be really cool, because then this can be like running along the side to the very back of the ankle. If I wanted. And there's no line there, so... Wait, there would be a line. Because, the front, it goes all the way from the front down to the other side, so there would technically be a line at the butt. But it's the hands. The hands are the ones that I wanted to look at today. Because they're very speckly. I did make a copy of... Yeah, I did. Sick. Just in case I fuck up. Zooty's booty zipper. I was about to say Zooty Bipper. It is now a Zooty Bitter. There we go. So we had the lines there before. So something I could do is like these finger things. And then could like have it like there. This could be like O2 or something. The levels on like the arm. Might make it, yeah, might make it higher. At the back. It wouldn't be that intense, I wouldn't assume. But you never know. That could be cool though. That could be really cool. So then I go back to this one. And then I also do this. Or actually, since it's already got like the circles there for the knuckles, you would kind of just go around. If anything, it would be going like this, inwards. And then how did I do that? Oh, I got rid of it. Whoops. So like goes around to the hand. Or I could even just have it like there. Across the side. So then when it comes to this one, it's there, and then it's like there. And then it like finishes up there. I might even go to this. Oops. Go here. And spread that out more. Yeah. That's pretty solid. That's a pretty solid design right there. It's still really complex in its own little ways, but I wouldn't say it's as complex as like the other one that we did before. And not to mention, we can always like minimize certain sections. So with this design, I would also want to... Those are from before. Oh yeah, speaking of which, let's grab these. And we're actually going to do the silhouette thing again. So as we can see, once I fill these parts in... Oop. There we go. So you can definitely see more of a silhouette. There's more angle to it. There's the pockets. No, this is the belt. You can see the pockets. You just don't really see the chest when it comes to it. But I'd like to think that when there's a side view of it, there will be like, you know, the whole this protruding out and this protruding out. I won't do a side view because girl ain't got time for that. I will be taking this as a reference for color though. And we're going to be coloring this bad boy in. So we're going to take grey. We're going to use any color as our reference for this. So we're gonna have like our what's the grey in game? Is it a light grey or a dark grey? Okay, grey in game is a light grey, so I could go for a dark grey. Or even just a slightly lighter grey. Could work, could work. I need more water, I'm drinking. Don't redeem it, I'm drinking already. Probably one of my favorite, like, little Among Us things. You know what? You know what I want to add actually? Is something for the back of the head here. Just so it doesn't look so plain. So kind of like a hatch of some kind, if that makes sense. Because that could be interesting. Wait, what if I... Ooh, wait a minute. It would fit in with the whole geometric kind of thing. That's actually sick. Oh my god, wait, I like that a lot. I do like that. I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's really nice. And then additionally, I could have a bit of extra detail here. It's because you don't really see the detail of the back. And it's like not entirely a problem. But like you'd want something. That's cool. That's really cool. Maybe not too much protrusion actually, because maybe something like that and then it comes down like that. But then make it... What if I just go like this? Where it's its own shape. I just realized I don't think I did my fun fact last stream. I gotta find something. Yes, fun fact. What's the back of an astronaut's head look like? Because at this point, I'm not got any real references for what I'm trying to make. Do any of these characters have anything? Okay, that one kind of does. It's all very front view. Ooh, wait a minute. I found something. So, for this, specifically for the back, it could be like its own little air thing. So, like, if they do need like their own little manual recharge, it would be here. Like a slot at the back. But then I've also noticed that for one of the front things, where's the head again? There's the head. If I take this, go to this, and then just start smudging it up a bit. Like that. It's not straight. This is not straight. Why is it not straight? Why? What the fuck? Maybe it's because of how I was smudging it up. Maybe there was an angle to it. It's not even straight in itself. There was like a voice box thing for like some of them. Which is cool, but I do like... Do I want it high like that, or do I want it back to where it was before? What is this? More Genshin Impact. We don't need it! Oh, no wonder it's not even straight anyways. There we go. It's still not straight. It's still not straight. Even this one's straight. How? No. Okay, that one's better. It is what it is. Okay. I think I need to like bring this down a bit. Give some like roundness. Yeah, this factor's gonna be a long one. Okay. Did you know? I think I found something out recently. No, I probably already showed you. Knowing me, I probably did. I think I did, actually. I think I have already spoken of it before. I do want to bring it down like this. Make it look like it's angled down. Right here. Yeah, but then like maybe a bit more. And then get rid of these bits, so... Woo! That looks cool. I like that. That looks clean. It makes no sense, but it is what it is. Yeah, I like that. As an example, we're gonna be doing red. So we have the name red as our lovely little example. And then I'm going to go back to the color because I've just noticed there's like a tiny little hint of white that was not captured. So we grab all of it. Should be... No, it still wasn't. Or is that just a section on it? Oh, what is there? Oh, it's because my... I see why. Okay. I figured out why I had the freaking thing on it already still. So now... Yeah, okay, it's gone. Lovely! So then from here... I think for like the grey I'm referring to, that could be like the lightest grey we go for. Or I'll make it like a darker grey. Darker grey could work. Darker grey, like here. Yeah, that works. Anyways, color. We're doing red, yeah? Red. Red. The brightest freaking red. Okay, we're gonna bring it down a bit. Oh, actually, we're going to grab our own red character. Copy from my little references, and then we're just going to copy the red here. Here we go. It's a nice red. That is a very nice red. Alrighty. Alright. Most crabs aren't really crabs. True crabs, I'm not going to say that word because I'll butcher it, are the real ones different from false crabs, for those example. King crab are an example. Oh, king crabs are fake crabs? Damn. And have 4 pairs of walking legs plus 1 pair of claws. False crabs are crabs who evolved from other... I can't say that word. I didn't fail English, but I could have. Most often by tucking their tail under their body and developing a crab-like body. This process is called carcinization. I hope I said that one right. King crabs aren't really crabs. There's the inverse decarcinization, which includes hermit and coconut crabs. I love hermit crabs. I used to have a hermit crab back in the day. I had a hermit crab. Alright, so we're gonna grab that gray again. And I'm just gonna, like, color in the areas that I think will have it. So we got this little area. Right there. Oh, I thought I was... Where's my eraser? There it is. Thought I had my eraser out. We'll do one here. 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 Alright, let me check my references again. I had to take 2 different paragraphs I wrote and heavily edit them down. That's crazy. Something tells me you like crabs. Oh my god, are you a Cancer? Is your birthday in June? Or the start of July? It is the start of July, right? Yeah, it is. So, technically I could be doing those as grey, but I think it would be better without. Okay, how do these look? So they use like darker iterations of their colors for these other specific areas, so I think I'm gonna try to do that. So we're gonna grab the red, we're gonna bring it to this section. So like fingers. Oh, I see. Could even go like the belt as red. Pockets. This shoe thing and underneath the shoe. Along with like the actual boot and heel. So like all of that. Don't worry, I'm gonna go in with another red as well. Maybe like a brighter red. Oh, that reminds me, I need to grab this gray. Is there a... that gray? Where is my music? Where did it go? It's just really quiet. There we go. Might do those with the ready color. And then this can also be included here. So then what part of that did I do? Ah, yes, here. Oh, and then this arm bit here too, I forgot about it. Technically speaking, that'd be red like right here as well. Yeah, let me actually multiply this, see how it looks. Okay, not that bad. I do want to get the mask real quick. So what color? It's like this light bluish. I might give it a bit of like a red hint to it. Just to like merge with the... oh, shit. Okay. Should I go like that? And then merge below. And then do this. Oh, wait. Shit, pretty sure if I just go above it, let me do that again. There we go. Then we're gonna grab the red, we're going to do that, then we're gonna bring like the opacity down a bit. That could work. That could work. A wee bit. And then with all these reds, we can probably introduce another kind of red. So maybe one on the other side of the spectrum. So this red could be for here. Oops. This thing's like a little more clear. If I wanted to, I could even go around that thing with it. But I might do the top buttons as like the lighter of them. And then this red... you know what, let me grab this red, because... oh shit, it's actually the same kind of red. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's nice. That's nice. Then we open this. Go for this section. Like that. And then back to this one. We can maybe do like some of these fingers as like this lighter color. Could work, yeah. Might even go in like this with those. Or instead of there, we'll go to this one. That could be better. There we go. Might do that as the brighter one. Also realize I'm missing more of the color. So there. This. I might even just do like the thumb part. Oh, the thumb part. Yes. Wait, that's a good idea. That way I don't even need to focus about like the other little bits and pieces too much. Oh, my back. Another fact that the hermit crabs, coconut crabs, in their juvenile stage live in shells to protect their body, and if they find a coconut, if they use it, if they find an actual coconut, is that why it's called a coconut crab? That's kind of funny. Just a little guy, and it's coconut. Okay, I'm actually gonna merge down. I'm gonna like make this the colors of these. Ooh, wait, that's sick. Nice. Maybe a little bit. Maybe if I make it like back to the red, but then a brighter version of said red. Yeah. Kind of, yeah. It doesn't look too bad. Maybe if I put it in like the reddest pink section. Ooh, orange. I think the orange is a little better. This is what we got going. Maybe if I like half it. Ooh, wait, that could be cool. But then it also like halves the top one too. Maybe it's just too bright then. Oh shit. Okay, wait, let's go back here. What if I make it more on like the grayer side? And then like here. That could work. And then this is a bit too orange. What I can do actually is go Control U and then just change it hue wise. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. Maybe. Okay, maybe it's just gonna have to be the mask by itself. So crop, and then this one's gonna be something else entirely. So let's go back to our hue. I'm gonna pull up the saturation. Yeah, that could work. That could work really well. And then I can use that specific color. Oop, shit. Here. Nice. To show like the starting and endings. I kind of like keeping the pockets as like its own thing. Like even though it's an extension, it's fine on its own. But it does look a bit weird, but then if it's too much, it just looks like clutter. So for example, I turn these off. Like you can still tell. It actually looks really cool now that I'm looking at it. It looks very cool. But then if I do, I don't know, this one, it might actually look okay still. You know what? It looks good like that. That looks okay. That looks fine. I mean, especially considering I'm using this color for the gloves as well. It actually looks okay. It looks pretty alright. Pretty alright. Looks solid. I think it looks alright. I think the only weirdish thing about it is that maybe the gloves could have this sort of similar thing that's going on down here. Because, like, but it also is really, like, top heavy, and then there are these things on the front. So, like, it does look fine as is. I would leave it to a vote, but it looks pretty okay. I like it. I think it's looking nice. I think for like these extra little bits of whites though, maybe to give it some like extra color. So like maybe one's green and then one be blue. Then one could be like purple and another yellow. And then I take this blue. Take the purple. And then I take the green. And I take this yellow, which actually could be a brighter yellow. Okay, with it as a little bit, it looks okay with just like a teeny little bit of it. Little bit. I think that looks good though. I think that looks very nice for what it is. Let's... Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty alright. Let me go to the head part. No, make a new one. There we go. And then just include that little shiny bit. So we're going to do glow, bring it down to 50%. And then we're just going to assume the shininess is in this corner. And then even go like that. That looks cool. That looks really cool. I like that. That's really nice, actually. And it wouldn't be too hard making that in Vroid. Like, the only parts that I can see for all of it, like, for example, if I were to go about this with this sort of thing. So let's say green is going to be its own thing. So all of it's going to be green. But then the parts that will be on a different section will be, let's say blue, will be like the belt, the pockets. Shoes will be their own thing entirely. So that can be like purple. So this will be its own thing entirely. Pink for the head, also its own thing entirely. Then I'm also going to do red for like this backpack, also its own thing entirely. The only problem with the backpack is since it's like so big, I'm not too sure how they'll look. Hi Silk! Welcome! Oh, Among Us. Maybe. Gloves could also be on their own layer since they are going to be a bit thicker around here and I might be a bit limited with what I'm able to do. I'm gonna say for the sake of this, this is its own thing. And then these are its own thing. But technically speaking, I can combine this onto its own layer. The gloves could be on the same layer as this. And then since the head's separate, all I'm really looking at is these ones. So I'd have 1, 2, and then 3. Also, someone's at my door. One moment. chat. How are we?
NANI?
Oh, hello. Been a while, Captain. How are you? That's great timing. I legit just got back. I'm good. I'm great. My mother was at the door. That was why I was gone for so long. We had some concreting stuff happening and, well, she wanted to check it out and, well, she saw it. She checked it out. But yeah, welcome in. It's alright. Yeah. I see you guys were doing some roulette. Ooh, average pastry. Got some money. Oh, you won your bet. Oh, don't worry, I just arrived. Hell yeah. So, for some context for what you're seeing here, I'm going to be making a little, like, Among Us kind of series. Like, example, this is what they look like with their color. But the reason why it looks like this, is technically speaking, put a 0 there, is, they're going to be 3D characters. And since it's Vroid, Vroid has this thing where it's like you can do your kind of layers. But I'm like thinking about how I want to go about those layers because like sometimes you want to change like their thickness or like how they sometimes look and like all sorts of parts to it. So there's going to be a lot of bodysuits and wait, wait, what am I waiting for? What are you waiting for? Your VTuber is Vroid? Yes! So, the little character you see on screen is Vroid. Same here. Oh, yeah! Really? Is it like on your account? Have you been streaming recently? Have you? One moment. I want to see Vroid Club, baby. Hell yeah! I'm gonna be like using them for. Nope. Oh, shame. How good you got my hopes up. No, I'm joking, I'm joking. But like, you know how Vroid has that thing where it's like got all the layering stuff, but then once you hit a certain layer, it's like stops you from doing more. That's what I'm thinking here, and I'm like looking at what I could put on the same sort of layer sections, and that's kind of what all this color is. So you got your base layer of the greens, and then oh my lord. Yeah, you'd have your base layers, this cyan blue is kind of like another layer. Then we've got this blue layer for the gloves and these other parts. My RAM is dying on me. Oof. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Oh, and you'd actually have your like VTube, like your 3D VTuber Vroid model actually moving, whereas mine's like more just PNGs. I can't stream until I get a new PC. Oof. In this market? Oh, I feel bad for you. Ooh. Ooh. That's unfortunate. But yes, we're looking at like roughly 4 of each. So you got your first layer, then we'd get our blues on top, and then the other blue, and then the other ones. But yeah, it'd be looking like this, and then this is it without the sort of colors. It looks okay. It looks okay. You know what? I'm actually gonna change this part and this part to be swapped around. So, oops. So instead of it being there, I'm going to have it. You know what? Let me get rid of the entire thing. Because I do actually have it underneath. Wow, yay. So there, 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 and there. Okay, I like that a lot better. You understand what my problem is? If you know about PC part, yeah, dude, RAM has been. Oh, and you said your RAM is no. I was like, because I was having PC problems for like an entire year where it would just have like black screen and all that, and I was really hoping it would be like an external thing, like internal on the actual like program like thing itself and not inside the PC itself. I found out it is just internal like computer like software wise, not hardware. And I was like, oh, thank fuck. But, I did look. I did see just in, like, afterwards thinking, oh, I gotta buy more RAM because RAM's apparently what I need, and RAM, ooh, that shit's expensive. Like, damn, who got on your bad side? The economy is mean. My problem is this laptop, DDR4 dying RAM equals new PC needed. What's DDR4? DDR4. Oh, it's RAM. Is that the type of RAM you're using though? Holy shit. Is the outdated RAM. Oh. Holy shit! JB Hi-Fi sells it for like 500 bucks for just 2 of them? I'm assuming so. I think I see the one that I bought. Oh my god, it's $300. Wow, Big W actually sells RAM? That's crazy. People not selling anymore? Not for laptops at least. That makes sense, that makes sense. It'd be really funny just having like a RAM stick for like your laptop. That that'd be goofy. It would just be sticking out. It's like someone asks and it's like, don't touch that, that's the RAM. If you knock it, I'm done for. It won't ever work again. Hydrate, thank you for the hydrate, Cameron. Good water, good water. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now as like a little color. Been a while. Oh my god! The familiarity. I'm actually gonna merge these all together and then duplicate from there. So if we do you. So, example, orange. Orange looks fine. You. That's a cool yellow. Maybe there. That's a really cool yellow. That ain't bad at all. And then we'd have things like lime. We'd have... Fuck, how have you been? I'm having a whole reunion in chat right now. Yay! Kind of like green. But it's a bit of like a darker green, that's the thing. You know what? I'm gonna keep it as is. There we go. And then we'd have cyan. It's kind of on the greener side, but that's okay. Then we'd have... Is there a light blue in Among Us? There is cyan, but then when it comes to blue itself, it's like the darker blue. So in that case, I might keep... Yeah, we don't need this green. This will be cyan. And then from there, it will be actual blue. That's kind of blue. There is cyan. Cyan. Purple. Oh wait, that's probably better for blue. That one's probably better for it. And then we kind of like got purple, yes. And then we have like pink. Pink's like a lighter color, but this is more just like a reference of what all the colors could be looking like. So we would have pink, purple, red, red, I read red and I'm like, red, I would not win those things. Pink, your favorite? Yeah, it might need to be a little more pink though. It's like on the purpley side. Ooh, that's a nice hot pink. So yeah, blue, a lighter blue. Wait, no, we don't need lighter blue. Blue, then technically cyan. Green, but it would need to be a bit darker if it wants to match the other kind of green, but that's fine. We got a limeish kind of color. Yellow. orange, red. Orange and red are a bit too similar. But like, it looks all good. That looks okay. For what it is, it's pretty good. Also, you forgot maroon, tan, grey, banana, and rose. Yeah. I do actually have them in the lineup. Characters. They're gonna be characters. But it's more just to see if this actual colors would work on like other kind of characters. Black and white too, that is true. You know what, speaking of black and white, I might as well grab black and white real quick. So if I go control you, I bring the saturation up? No, not saturation. I bring the luminosity up. No, what if I just make it color? Or saturation? Or... oh wait, it's on the wrong one. Color. No? Hue? Divide? Brightness? Color? Wait, what if I like go like this and then just grab like this and then say it's color? Okay, that could be gray. That could be gray for all we know. Oh, that's a brightness. Divide. Doesn't look too bad. I think the first color first color / character I would need to do in the actual thing is gray and black to figure out like the specific grays of this and what it should be, because I kind of want it all to be the same exact gray for all of them, but not enough for it to like blend in like how it's doing here. Because you're not gonna know. You won't know. But that does look good. That does look very good. I'm sure there's like another way. Still nice. Got my stream mod back in there. Ooh. Mace's community. Animal Mace. Animal Mace. Wait a minute. Have I seen you as a mod? Is that where I know you from? Huh? Animal Mace. He's been doing well, I think. I saw his notification as well, actually, from his server saying, he's having that difficulty with TikTok right now. And I think it's actually a global thing. I think, like, okay, so I don't actually have TikTok, the creator program. I never had it, but it's because I didn't really know how. It didn't really... TikTok had this kind of thing where it's like, you have to be looking for it specifically if you wanted to be finding it. I don't use TikTok. Honestly, for the best. YouTube is better. It's better when, for the view, not for the views, for like the creators. Because like, in a way, it just is. The monetization, actually getting monetized, oh, it kind of sucks. But like, actually getting monetized and getting your money, amazing, great. But TikTok, I was actually looking this morning because I saw another creator, I don't know if you know them, I forgot their name, but they're a VTuber and they're a cow VTuber. They have like this accent, they might be Texas, I'm not too sure. They have a very cowboy accent, like very Western. I prefer Twitch, honestly. Yeah, Twitch be good. Twitch is okay, with its pays, but like, everything has its problems, really. But I was looking at the TikTok creator program, and I even found the link for it. I had to like look elsewhere for it, like it was a tiny little thing. And I click on the link, and the page doesn't even load. Like, it's just saying untitled, or it didn't even have a title at all. It was just nothing. And when I go back to the forum, it says it was updated like mid-February. And it was around like late February specifically when everyone was having their issues with monetization on TikTok. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Because not only is TikTok like stopped paying for some creators, but they've also like the website to actually get into the creator program isn't there. Like, hello? unless it just wasn't working for me specifically, I can't be too sure about that because it wasn't working. It wasn't coming up for me. But it wasn't there. And I think it's got to do with like the whole AI, like they've just having AI come through, like their responses to the emails that they've been getting, just mostly AI. It's been actual bullshit. Like, it just feels like TikTok for some reason isn't. It's like it doesn't want to pay the creators that are part of the program it's created. Like, why have a program like to begin with and then proceed to like not provide any information for it? Honestly, at this point, I do agree when I watched one of those videos where it's like, when you speak out about it, it works, but like, it's so weird. He's been inactive a lot. He has been. He really has been. I will IRL been busy. That would make sense. That would make sense. He has been uploading to his second channel every now and then, so that's been pretty good. They like money and not giving it for real, and it doesn't help because it's like they've got AI ads and they've got like a shitty AI system, and it's like, if you want to be a creator nowadays, the only thing you got to do is make AI slop and do all this like low effort content, but then they proceed to like go up to actual creators and be like, hey, your stuff doesn't really fit what we want popular or what we really see, and yeah, no, we're taking it from him. We should play Among Us. Oh yes. Among Us. Among Us would be amazing. But I think this is a good drawing. I think for what it is, as like a base, it's very good. It's very good. There's nothing really going on with the backpack, unfortunately. Like, I could even... I wouldn't do geometry to it. Like, there's something. I'm a so good player. Oh. I see. I've been warned. We have been warned. Understandable. Oh, and the good thing about this is I can put the little hats on top too if I wanted to. But yeah, I think that's a really... This is a good start. This is a good start for it. And I can even go ahead, start making the 3D models, and then just use the same stuff. I like these art streams. Yay! I like when I actually make something. Should be looking good. But yeah, next week, I'm not too sure if it's going to be another one of these where I continue and actually pull up VRoid Studio, or if it will be more work on the little fairy bread people you see at the very bottom. The little guys. The little babies. But I will say that this will probably be where I take off, as guess what? It's Terraria Tuesday, and I'm going to play Terraria with my friends. Did you... Oh, the little sketches. Oh, before I go though, yeah, I'll pull it up on stream. It's a cute little thing. Okay, image. Wonder if I can find it. Desktop art stream. Was it this one? It was this one. I'm glad I'm not just opening random files on my PC. Oh my god, why is it so big? It's bigger than my own freaking, like, stream itself. Here we go. There we go. We got the lady. The lady. Here we got good old little Sans. Undertale fan. Y'all. Dude, Undertale was like the first fandom I properly joined ever, and oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that's its own little story. And also, let me show you another piece of art that I made recently. It is a lovely whittle illustration. It is so cool. I freaking love it. I made it for one of my recent videos, and I was like, you know what? Let me render something out. And I came up with this, and I'm very happy with how it came out. It looks so good. It is so pretty. Let me put it in full screen for you. Look at that. It is so pretty. I've got another one where it's like a rainbow background, so slight warning for everyone who's got like that brightness a bit high, but you're gonna see a bit of a bright rainbow. And then this is it, like without all the shadows on the character as well. It is like, whoa, whoa. It is so pretty. Actually, let me take you back to art real quick, because I learned it with like a technique. Wait, can I show you? Can I? Oh. Okay, I just heard a loud piano thing. Okay. Can I actually pull up the Captain art? I can pull up the actual illustration itself, I know. Clip files? No? Where? Huh? Was it this one? Illustration 01. Is it this one? I wish I can commission you. Technically, you can. I just haven't gotten any, commissions. T. T. No. Oh, here it is. So if I open it up, it's just money. Oh, money. I don't have PayPal. Oh, that's understandable. That's so good. Oh my god, the character. Where is it? Was it this thing? No, it wasn't that. Okay. Illustration. Okay, here it is. So I had to go through and do all these colors and masks. And it was like really cool. Like, if I just take some off right now. Somewhere. Oh, there we go. You can actually see it like coming apart. So like that's the below layer. And then I started like masking things out. Putting some extra color on top. This was where it got really, really fun. Because I was like, where there's meant to be shadows, I decided to add a really bright color. And then it was like, gave that shiny effect. It was really cool. Especially here. Oh my god, this part right here. Sick. So cool. I love it so much. And then I got obsessed doing it. I'm like, oh, I gotta do it on everything. Okay. I don't want to save that. Why are the thighs kind of thick in the art? Lol, because I'm a thick thigh baddie. I get... Okay, I wanted to make a very pretty character, and I'm very used to making skinnier girls, and like my character a bit more skinny. But I was like, you know what? My thighs touch in real life, so like might as well. I don't know. Sometimes I like the idea of like having my own character, but when it's like representative of me, it's like, why would I want to change things about it when I am what I am. So it's like, even the V-Roid character, those are the biggest legs that I could give her, unfortunately. If I could make them bigger, it really depends. I also have thick thighs. Well, for a man that is... Don't say that. That just sounds scrumptious. Listen. You know what? No, don't listen. We're gonna end stream. This has been fun. This has been great. Lol. But yes, thank you for joining. I do art streams every Tuesday, more or less. I don't know what will happen once we actually finish the proper art. I'm trying to pick a nice song. There's really no nice songs. I'm like, you know what? Fine, we'll go with this. Scrumptious? Do you know how... Listen, legs are scrumptious, okay? Shoulders, necks, scrumptious. Arms, specifically upper arm, scrumptious. Hear me out. No, you're not gonna... Shoulders? Yeah. I love a good shoulder. Fuck, I was told I have good shoulders once by a gay guy. It's because my shoulders are a bit like further out than like other people. That was really funny actually. It was like one of my first experiences with him. It was like back in high school. He was like openly gay, and then like we were just talking like friendly shit, and he's like, you have very nice shoulders or very wide shoulders. And I look at him and I'm like, dude, if I was a guy, I'd let you hit, but since I'm not, no. I'm flattered. Hell yeah. Be flattered. Appreciate them legs. Appreciate your body, because like your body, it's keeping you alive. It's working overtime. And you know what? No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna keep complimenting you. You gotta pay for. No, I'm joking. But yes, I hope you all have an amazing day. Is there anyone streaming who I can raid? Is Nick still streaming? Oh, she is! Oh my god, guys, be nice to Nyx. We're gonna raid Nixie. She's amazing. I love Nyx. Is Nyx Jellygod, one of my lovely friends, actually a friend from middle school. And we like reconnected a few years ago, and it's been great ever since. So yes, we're going to... Oh my god, she's playing with Knight? The Night Shadow 96? What? Oh my goodness, two amazing streamers, my besties. They're all playing? Oh, it's amazing. Yes, if you'd like, copy the raid message. Please join the raid. You'll get extra fairy bread points. It'll be amazing and wonderful. I think I've got another one for the people that aren't subscribed. I think it's like raid 1. Yeah, it's got the little dinosaur on them. Super fun stuff. But yes, do be sure to join the raid. Raid will be really, really fun. But also make sure that you drink some water, eat some food, sleep well if you haven't already, and have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. I hope you have a good night. I will sleep like a baby tonight. I will. I just will, yeah. And I hope you all have a wonderful day or night. I just said that before. Oh my god, I'm repeating things. Oh my god, they're playing Cookie Run. They're doing like Cookie Run stuff. Oh, it's actually called Cookie Run. Alright, but yes. Treat them well. I will see you all around. And thank you for watching. I missed you. Bye! I'll see you on Thursday. Tee